about that.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is the Upper Tier Podcast. It's Tuesday. It's Pro Wrestling Weekly, coming a day early because of Christmas and all the rest of it and stuff like that. We have a great show for you tonight. We're going to be taking a look back at Raw. We're going to be sharing our thoughts on Saturday night's main event as if you didn't know them already from the watch along. We're going to be talking about the Black Masked Man has been unmasked. Not too many surprises in that. And we'll also be talking about, of course, one of my favorite shows of the year, the awards show, where we drop our year-end of awards for 2025. We will put up on the screen there for all you people in the chat as well. You can give us your picks as well of what they are and stuff like that. But the panel will be going through theirs. I'm sure we will agree on lots, and I'm sure we will disagree on plenty, and that's what it's all about. Dan's in the chat. Big up, Dan. Dan, I wonder where you've gone to. You feel like you're the hide-and-seek champion these days. I'm not sure what's going on there. But good to see you, my friend. Evening, lads and lasses. Sharon, how are you? Hope you're good. So, yeah, we will be going through the awards. That will take up a bit of the show. And then we have Trump on a mad one. We've Mick Foley on a mad one. Lots of mad stuff going on in the interweb at the moment as well. We'll briefly chat on that. Keith wanted to touch on it, so we'll definitely touch on that as well. Big up, Baz. Hope you're good as well. Good to see you, Emma. She was very worried about you last week, Emma. We told her you were a bit down with the flu. You were greatly missed.
She was down with the sickness.
Yeah.
Down with the sickness.
That's it. Right, let's kick off. Raw. Brian, take us away on Raw.
Right, no problem at all. Do you know what? I'm going to touch on the elephant in the room here. Austin Theory's the masked man. So what? So bleeding what? It got leaked a few weeks ago. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant now. And because of what happened with John Cena, it doesn't bleeding matter. At this stage, we're going to find out who's going to win the Royal Rumble in the next 2 weeks. It's a lot
in the
of
next 5 years.
Listen, here's the crap, right? Nothing against Gunther, nothing against Austin Theory. And in fact, Austin Theory's perfect for this. But Jesus Christ, they should have pulled the trigger on the bleeding night as opposed to it getting out. Look, I'm very pissed off with the WWE at the moment. I just can't wrap my head around what they're doing.
You're drifting in and out of your mic there. I don't know if it's the way you're moving or the way you're straight. You have your mic set up on the computer or whatever it is, but you're not coming through as normal.
He's not up to his natural quality. I'm quite disappointed, Brian.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Much better.
There we go, right?
I'm sure
so, look, to be honest, I thought this week's Raw was a bit below par. And that's being honest with you. I think we were let down by the fact that Austin Theory was leaked. A couple of high points. CM Punk's promo, phenomenal. Do you know what? Actually, once I'm on the subject, they foreshadow AJ Styles and Gunther as well. You know what? I'll leave it at this. Raw was below par. I think the highlight of the night for me was the Usos versus the New Day. I thought they smashed it. Or Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul. Nikki bleeding Bella. Fucking hell.
Thank you.
Fucking hell. Nikki bleeding Bella. Destroying what could have been a good match. What is the crack? I defended Triple H week in, week out on this podcast. Not blaming Triple H. Triple H can suck it. That's how I'm feeling right now. Triple H.
But Bren, it's the dawn of a new era. What's wrong?
Every week is the dawn of a new era. I woke up this morning, it was the dawn of a new era according to Triple H.
Remember when your boy told us Pepsi was the taste of a new generation, no? And you believed him. And Pepsi shit, Coke all the way.
Well, look, I'm a little bit, like I said, I'm a little bit pissed off with Raw and how it went. I think do you know what? Braun Breaker was brilliant when him and Heyman, like there was one part that sticked out and he said 21 days. Do you know what that is? And I think he said 504 hours or something like that. And it was brilliant. It was brilliant. It was a highlight. But look, Raw for me, I'm not. I'll let the other lads do the breakdown because I don't want to take up too much time. Was a lot of filler, a lot of predictability, and no hits. Hit me with something new. Give me something different. Stop being so fucking predictable. Sorry.
Is your discontent with Raw more about your hangover from Saturday night's main event?
I would say it's definitely linked to that because, like I said in the short that we released on YouTube, my biggest issue is not with Gunther. My biggest issue was with the fact that everything got leaked in September.
Yeah.
And then the Masked Man happened, and then everything is leaked before that. And when it's leaked, like the WWE are in a very unique position that when something big gets leaked, they can pivot. No, you said it in the shock the other day. The fans were so pissed off at Saturday Night Main Event. They were talking about bringing back a sex offender. They wanted to bring back Vince McMahon.
Alleged.
Alleged. That's a lot of bollocks.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? And then the fucking cheek of Triple H. I expected louder. Well, we expected a good show. We expected a swerve. And what did you do? You gave us piss again. Seriously, I'm sick of sticking up for him. I leave it there, Noel. Sorry for going off on one.
Do I need to call over to the gaff later? Is there an intervention needed here, or what's going on?
An intervention. It's not good.
This is the sadness
Someone's
that
taking on a bit of Westlife for him.
created. Yeah, Keith, I'm scared to go to you because I know where you're going to go with this. I know exactly where you're shooting from the hip with this because this was not a good episode for you either. Go ahead, Keith. Let it all out. Come on, this is a real therapy. This Saturday night's main event therapy session here.
Whip it out.
I liked Gunther's
don't whip it
segment.
out.
God, Jesus. I like Gunther's segment. I thought it was hilarious when he was in the car and he was saying, "You can't see me" to AJ Styles. I laughed at that. I thought that was brilliant. The Usos a New Day. Look, good match. Couldn't care less about Jey Uso, to be quite honest with you at this point. Kabuki Warriors, couldn't give a shit, quite honestly.
Can we talk about what you like then? Tell us what you like. Okay, so
Gunter and CM Punk. Just Gunter and CM Punk, and then the rest can go to shit.
Well, he definitely liked Braun Breaker.
CM Punk's segment was great, I thought, to be honest. And I thought the Stephanie Vakura and Raquel match was actually pretty decent. I was actually really getting into it.
Until,
and I'll leave that there. I won't say any more about that. And then
all I'll say is, Emma, thank God you're on tonight. Go ahead, Keith.
The Logan Paul match, I actually quite enjoyed that match, but I kind of felt Logan Paul was a bit rusty or something in the ring. I don't know what it was against Ray, but I actually quite enjoyed it. The ending to Raw, even though it was Austin Theory, I said it to Dave earlier, I actually still thought it was a good ending to Raw. I felt they had to do it because there's no legs for this Masked Man. To be honest with you, they had to do it either this week or before January 5th. Look, overall, it was an okay Raw, to be honest with you. I just think Triple H needs to stop playing it safe and give us something new. Because look at next week, we have Roxanne Perez against Bailey for like
but they're all on holiday though. So next week's Raw is kind of a write-off.
It doesn't matter, Dave. It's for like the millionth time we're having.
It doesn't matter.
Jesus, like give us something new.
Calm down, Vince. Calm down.
No, but yeah, look, it's an okay Raw. I agree with a lot what Bren says anyway.
Sean?
Do you know, I actually agree with everyone. I think Raw was pretty crappy this week. Aside from the amazing Nikki Bella attack, I thought that was absolutely brilliant and the highlight of my night. Yeah, the Maxine Dupree versus Ivy Nile match I thought was brilliant. I think Maxine has come on in absolute leaps and bounds. And I think that match was kind of a solidifying match, kind of the same as they did with, JCJ and like, oh, she doesn't deserve to be champion. We don't really want to see this. And now people are starting to get behind it, just like they did with JCJ, which I actually like. And then obviously getting to Austin Theory, once he took his mask off, it wasn't, oh my God, it's Austin Theory. It's, oh my God, look, he shaved his head. He looks like Dave. Oh my God,
Except my head is shaved much better than that. He looked like a homeless man. Let's be honest. He took the thing off. It's like, here.
He looked a bit sick, if I'm honest with you. He did actually look a bit ill, if I'm honest.
Prison break levels.
He did prison break levels, exactly. And then obviously the Usos versus the New Day, an absolute brilliant match. I don't think I've said it enough, the New Day's work over the past few months has been absolutely brilliant. I love the whole morning storyline. I think it's fantastic. And it's great to see the Usos back in the tag division.
Yeah. Good. Sharon, what I would say, I'm not too sure because he's running out of words to use, and unless he's going to start telling us, make sure you tune into Raw next week because it's going to be shit. You know what I mean? So, I don't know what Triple H has left to say. Like, you know what I mean? Epic, dawn of a new era. He's used every line at this stage. You know what I mean?
Day.
If I was Triple H, I wouldn't focus on the whole show and pick one word. I'd break it down into the matches and I'd say this match is going to be good because of X, Y. Because at the moment, like even that, did you see the smugness in his smirk and his laugh when people started to boo him at Saturday Night Main Event? I wanted to punch him myself.
He's the consummate heel, though, isn't he? He lives for that, and he's obviously been missing it since he's moved into the office job. Really, you know what I mean? So
I have to say, Brando, they have built up the CM Punk and Braun Breaker match very well for the 5th of January.
Yeah, but like one sunny day doesn't make a summer. Do you know what I mean? One sunny day is not a cracker of a summer.
Don't make Brett go in the chat again. Right. We don't need Brett in the chat again.
The way things are going at the moment, we'd take one sunny day at the moment, wouldn't we? I have to say. Emma, what you think?
Listen, I usually love Monday Night Raw, but I agree with all of you. It was lacking. Like, I feel like after every event, the Monday Night Raw that follows is always great. This one, I was just bored. And that's saying something. Listen, yep. Punk was great. Braun Breaker, great. Again, future WWE superstar, face the company. Who knows? The New Day and the Usos, again, I can't believe that they were the highlight of the show. Like, I'm not a huge, fan of the Usos or anything, but the fact that they were the highlight of the show. And also, Rey Mysterio, he was insane, I thought. He was probably one of my favorite parts of Monday Night Raw. And you know what? I'm a Nikki Bella fan, but I wanted that match to go on because they deserve that match. But I'm not gonna hate on Nikki Bella. I'm not gonna hate on her. We won't hate. It's Christmas, guys.
Look, well, don't hate. Just be objective then. Bad wrestler, terrible music, and can't act.
It's okay, shit. Emma. If you want to come over to Keith's side of the tracks for an episode, it's all good. There's no problem. If you want to go for that hot tag with Keith, it's all right. Go ahead.
Listen, lads, I'm this close to hopping over to AEW and forgetting about WWE. It wasn't for CM Punk.
Wow, that's a big one.
Welcome, please. We need more.
That's like
Thank you, Emma.
Emma. Stay where you are.
Yes, Emma.
There's a shit.
I will embrace you with open arms. Let's go.
That is a big statement.
Dave is looking for a watch-along partner for World's End. Just saying.
I am.
Let's do it.
Oh my God! 2 people watching AEW. This is life change.
But you know what? Do you know what? I've always said if somehow, hope to God, I become a great professional wrestler, I don't want to go to WWE.
Don't say that. Well, it's out on the internet now.
Ring of Honor.
TNA.
Jeez,
that's a
TNA. TNA is my dream.
TNA.
There you go.
Anyway,
but you want to hopefully make this a career, don't you? Oh God, Bren, you're absolutely on one tonight. Bren is on fire tonight. I think he's still fired up from. Bren could have just stayed on the watch along till now, hating. I'd say at this stage.
I don't blame him.
He came into me yesterday in the shop and it was like just shock. It was just like he was speechless for once. Holy shit. Yeah,
I kid you not. I was watching Saturday Night Main Event with my family and we all just had our mouths open, shocked. And we were like, no way.
I love that your whole family watches wrestling. I'm sorry. That is something that just you don't see every day. I love that.
Do you know something? On the watch along, we weren't shocked. We were just pissed off. Because we just floated, and we'll talk about it when we get to Saturday night's main event. But we just went on this roller coaster of like emotion to sadness to anger to hate. We crammed in every emotion in a 5-minute segment, basically. You know what I mean? And then at the end of it, then we were sitting there and we were going. There was just silence on the watch along. We were just there going. I don't know what the fuck.
What was that?
To be honest, what the hell? Like, what do we do? And it wasn't even what was that because we knew it. We couldn't in the background. Our fear was realized. You know, it's like that time. You know, when you get a fall and you know you've broke your arm, but you're scared to look down in case the bone is sticking out or something. But you know you've done it, like, and that's what it felt on Saturday night. It felt like we knew they were going to do it. We knew it was like they were punishing us for 21 years of loving this man. It was like they were going to send us to purgatory, wrestling purgatory over it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just
And
then to say, we'll talk about it when we get to it, though, because it deserves a bit of conversation.
Yeah.
Dave, Raw.
I'm going to take a different segue for this one. The opening segment with Gunther is exactly what I wanted from him, and this is what I was afraid of. I wasn't sure whether he was going to go the way I wanted. I wanted him to embrace the heat and make it worse. And I was like, oh, give that man a Haribo, because that is brilliant. I wanted him to embrace that heat, make it worse, and then, as I predicted, he's probably going to retire AJ and then retire Brock and retire everyone, because Michael Cole put that tagline in the very end of Saturday night's main event. He is the career killer. So we know, again, there you go, Brent. There's another prediction for you. We already know what's going to happen at SummerSlam. The Usos versus the New Day.
He's not tapping out Brock in Minnesota. Brock ain't owning that. I don't care what anyone says. That's Brock Moxley levels. There's no way Brock is tapping out and going to sleep in Minnesota to Gunther. I can tell you that now. Brock will say he'll do it, and then he'll pull a swerve and batter him in the ring or something. He'll pull a Braun Strowman on him and just uppercut him in the jaw and knock him out or something. Like, you know what I mean? There's no
the Usos versus the New Day. Now, I'm going to be controversial here.
God.
That match I was looking forward to until I realized Jey Uso was on some sort of Class A drug last night, because there's no way you can come out and... Did you see the eyes on him? Jesus Christ. He was on something last night. Tell you that for nothing.
I thought was the match not good, though?
Allegedly. The super kick didn't connect. It killed it for me. They were about that apart. I'm sorry. I know, but that kills it for me a little bit. I'm not expecting them to actually connect with it. But when they don't, I'm just like, you know what? Just why are you doing it then? If you can't do it properly, don't do it.
Feels this day is like everyone's going heel, doesn't it?
They're forced.
We're all to go heel.
Kabuki Warriors and Rio needs to come to a finish. I'd say it will on the 5th. I'd say they'll do something on the 5th to end that rivalry, because I think it's gone on a bit too long.
We just need Rhea Ripley to batter Rio Sky, don't we, and just be done with it. Like,
yeah,
we know it's coming.
We do. The Maxine and Ivy Nile gonna agree with everyone. Great match. Really, really enjoyed that. These two are putting the shift in. The CM Punk segment was gold, as we expected it to be. It was, you expected him to come back with something like that, because he's just one of the best to ever do it on the mic. Stephanie and Raquel, I wanted to actually finish with some pinfall or submission, but that was never going to happen. And the Masked Man. Make him look presentable, lads. Come on. He took the balaclava off, and I thought they've had him chained to a radiator in a basement, haven't they, for 6 months?
But that's what they do, don't they? When they're going heel, they shave the hair, grow out the chest hair, grow out the facial hair, and try and pout and look all mean.
He took some bad advice, because either that or he's gotten a hair transplant. If he has, all power to him. I don't know. He's either come back from Turkey.
Oh, sorry. He looks like he's in that. He looks like he's in that film Misery, where she has him tied to the bed, breaking his feet. Like,
you know what? Yes, he's a modern day James Caan.
Rob Reiner as well. Misery. What a movie.
WWE's Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, I'm your number one fan.
Look, we all know that's what Emma would do to CM Punk if she ever got her hands on him. So we don't want to throw stones.
Brenna Chuck Triple H right now if he could get his hands on him. Right out his ankles, wouldn't he?
Like a saw movie.
This is the longest I've to cap off my review. This is the longest I've ever seen Bren without a smile on his face. So we need to move on.
Fake smile.
But it's not like Christmas at all.
The difference is
Triple H
Mark, it wasn't the end to Mo.
Triple H has gone into the locker room. He's taken a shit in Bren's handbag, and he's gone, haha, Bren, fuck you, don't like you anymore. Here's your Saturday night main event.
I wouldn't mind if I wasn't sticking up for him the last 6 months every time he got sick. And now it's like Saturday all over again. And basically, Emma will tell you on Saturday, I basically ate my words when it came to the Wyatts. I meet my words
Yeah.
when it comes to
Beautiful.
Triple H.
6
You
out of 10. Raw was 6 out of 10
Beautiful.
for me. It was acceptable.
What
And
did you think, Niall?
the other 4 that was missing was your Saturday night's main event hate. I thought,
What did you
listen,
think, Rob?
I thought Raw was okay. Listen, this whole career killer thing, it worries me. You know what I mean? Because it's if I have to endure another year of AJ Styles tapping out and Brock Lesnar tapping out and all these guys tapping out to Gunther, I'm going to be very, very concerned. Because he's kind of going heel in a way that I just don't really like it. You know what I mean? Like, I love Braun Breaker, the way he's going heel. I like his heel way about him and stuff like that. And I like when they get a little bit personal. But I don't know. This just doesn't feel it to me. Like, I don't like all these lads just tapping out and leaving, like, and you're there going, oh God. You know, so it's not other than that. I think definitely there was a hangover, and obviously the crowd were pissed and they were taking it out on the Fed basically and on Gunther and on Triple H and stuff like that and all. So no matter what they put out, I think if we had got the end we wanted on Saturday night, I think this would have been a decent Raw episode, to be honest. But I just think it was a tough one for us because as I said, we went through so much wave of emotion on Saturday night and we haven't really recovered from it. And just to see him then teasing the AJ Styles situation and I'm there, oh AJ, no, quit now, AJ, while you're ahead. Quit now while you're ahead. We want to love yous on the way out. We don't want to hate yous, you know, kind of thing. And then
go to AEW. Go to AEW. They seem to know how to do a retirement better than WWE.
Or TNA.
That's a fact. Just look at Sting. Ridiculous.
Well, the biggest problem with WWE's retirements is they retire people and then they just don't stay retired. Like Ric Flair's retirement was outstanding till he decided to jump on the Rolex and jump into a ring in TNA.
And then
his retirement match with Shawn Michaels was phenomenal.
His final match where he doesn't remember any of it.
Yeah, that's okay. That's excusable. So that was like, look, I didn't really have a problem with Raw. I thought unmasking of Theory, and we're going to talk about it next, but I thought the unmasking of him there, I thought they would have held till the January 5th thing. So I was a little bit disappointed that they gave it away so quick, and I think they thought maybe this would be the dawning of a new era, but I don't know. I think if this is the dawning of a new era, I think our favorite hobby, we're in trouble, aren't we, a little bit, if this is the dawning of a new era, you know? So
I wouldn't hang me jacket on that, let alone me faith. That is ridiculous.
Where are we going to go with this, though? Just to get everyone's opinion, just want to ask a question. Austin Theory is now part of the division, right? Bronson Reed, in my opinion, better than Austin Theory, right? Now, I don't know whether it's a new version. He's been working behind the scenes with Heyman. I don't know. I haven't even heard him yet. But if we look at Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, is he better than any of these guys?
Don't forget Brock Lesnar.
And Brock Lesnar. So where does this guy fit in?
Dave, he's better than Bronson Reed. He's got something that Bronson Reed doesn't, and it's marketability at the moment and personality, and that's the facts.
But he hasn't got the credibility of Bronson Reed.
He doesn't look impressive doing a frog splash.
Bronson Reed is a very impressive wrestler. Austin Theory's not a very impressive wrestler. This is the guy who hasn't been on Raw since May and has been hanging out on main event and has lost every match. How does he suddenly catapult himself into the division? Looking like Michael Schofield out of Prison Break. What's the story here? What's going on here? Like what are they going to do with this guy? What do we think this guy is going to bring to the division? And what's the role going to be? Except he's crying out for a guy like Heyman to resurrect his career.
It's like another dangerous alliance
because he doesn't bring the star. It feels like the NWO again, isn't it? When they were just shafting people in and out of it. Like I don't know, because he doesn't bring the star power of a Logan Paul. He certainly is nowhere in the circle of a Braun Breaker, and where he might have a good look and stuff like that, he doesn't have the credibility of a Bronson Reed. And listen, we don't even need to mention Brock Lesnar because he just wipes the floor with nearly all of them bar Breaker. So, like, I don't know. It's a very, very weird one for me. It's certainly
it's like the prototype, right, with John Cena. But Austin Theory went prototype and then never really evolved from that. John Cena got tokenomics, right? You know the way this guy's meant to be the second coming of John Cena. You know what I mean? This guy was meant to be the next massive thing. He was prototype level, and then he never ever evolved into anything unique from that. Like this Austin Theory, what's going to be different about him? He was jobbing with Grayson Waller 6 months ago. Where's he going to go from here? He was at the bottom of the totem pole 6 months ago.
He's probably had the
What are they gonna do?
worst money in the bank cash in the history of the business with
Exactly.
Tyson Fury. Clash of the Castle. I don't know. Like for me, I'm just I thought about it all day today, and I said to myself, I kept on questioning, going, there must be a plan for this guy. There must be something that I'm missing. There must be a reason why he's going in there. You know, why is he going in there? Are they trying to resurrect his career? What is it? How does he fit in with the lads? What does he bring? Like you can see with the three boys that are in there, you've got Logan who's bringing that kind of voice on it, you know, real social media power and a presence and stuff like that. You've Braun Breaker who's just outstanding in there now and the work that he's doing and stuff like that. And you've Bronson Reed just bringing that hard hitting energy and power. And then you drop like Austin Theory in there and you say, okay, what's this guy going to do? Or, you know what I mean? Even when we do the comparisons with, say, Evolution and stuff like that and all, I don't know who Austin Theory is in Evolution because he ain't Randy Orton. He's definitely not Batista. He's not H and he's not Flair. So, like, I mean, I just don't know where he fits in a Four Horsemen thing or an Evolution thing, or I just don't know what it's going to. Now, he might prove me wrong, and it might look electric as we go along and stuff like that. But
you know, Paul Heyman having the creative control over this of handpicking the players he wants.
Yeah, but I don't know whether Paul Heyman wants to be guilty by association either. You know what I mean? Like it's all well and good picking guys, and he's my guy, and stuff like that. No, but if you fall on your sword and he's not your guy, then it kind of dies a death. You know what I mean? And even if you look at it, if you look at the way it's going at the moment, even Paul Heyman is becoming a byproduct now of the vision when you see how good Breaker is.
Yeah.
You know, Breaker has come into his own there, and really, I know Heyman's probably done a huge amount of work with him in the background and stuff like that. No, but you look at Paul Heyman, 90% of the time now, Paul Heyman's just hanging out in the background. You know,
he's leaving his final footprint. I think, in my opinion, I think this is like his last, his first footprint in WWE was Brock Lesnar. His last will be Braun Breaker. I think he'll look back and go, right, I've done my job now. I'm getting to that age where, you know, time isn't really on my side. If I'm going to leave a mark on this company like I did when I came in, there's me guy. I've left me mark now. People are going to remember that when you think of Braun Breaker, the first thing you're going to think of at the beginning is Paul Heyman. I brought out the promo in him. I brought out the aggressiveness in him. So you know, I think he's doing. I think that's right though. He's leaning back now and saying, "Let it take its course.
I think he'll leave after WrestleMania.
Let it run its course." Yeah, he'll go with Brock on his retirement tour.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just want everyone's opinion. Like Emma,
anyone else got any ideas about how Theory's going to be used or how he fits in, or does it make sense to anyone that this was the move? Or
they must see something in him. I think, to be honest with you, Triple H and Paul must see something in him to be part of this team. I don't know what it is, to be honest. Like Vince at the start.
The vision has been stop and start from the start. And in my opinion, it has a bad foundation.
It's like Judgment Day all over.
I don't think it has any. I don't think it has any weight in the future.
Well, it is.
And to be honest with you, at this stage, I don't care. I don't care about the vision. That's where I am.
I care about
Breaker. I care about Logan Paul. I don't care about the vision as a collective. That's where I am.
Interesting. Mark, as old as I am, even, and as much a fan of Terry Funk I am, I would go as far as to say nearly every match Terry Funk had was a retirement match. There you go. Well, he's an absolute legend. And
he retired in Beyond the Mat and then just kept going.
Well, see, that's the secret, isn't it? He retired beyond the mat. He never retired on the mat. So there you go. So Austin Theory is a shy choice. Michael Schofield will be a better one. Yeah, absolutely. Lincoln Burrows. I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I don't know what way they're going to use him. If anyone, Emma, any thoughts? Sean, any thoughts? Austin Theory, what way it's going to go? And is there something you should latch onto?
Like, it's just, I agree with what Brent said. I think it's just the foundation isn't there. You look back at other factions and they have a stronger foundation. This just feels like Austin Theory needs to come back. Oh, sure, look, shave his head. Make him look sickly or something. Make him look like he's all powerful now. We're not buying it. Put him in the vision. It doesn't make any sense. If you're going to have stuff being like, what's the word? Leaked and all, then have his plan leaked as well. Because people probably see, Austin Theory's leaked to be the Masked Man. Where does he fit in? What's happening there? If you're going to leak us something, leak it good. You know what I'm saying?
It's another it's another demonstration really of WWE just not reading the room and not listening to the reaction. Normally they leak this stuff to get the reaction so they can pivot to something different if it doesn't settle well. In this case, what it seems to do now is they're leaking stuff, they're getting the reaction, which is bad, like the Cena situation and all. And then they're just going with it. They don't care. They're going, fuck you anyway. We don't give a shit. Like, you know what I mean? We don't care whether you like it or not. You're only the audience.
I said that to Dave earlier.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just feels a little bit strange. Anyway, let's get into talk about that was Saturday night's main event.
Niall, can I just slip in with something? I don't know whether you're covering
go ahead.
this week or not, whatever. But on Winter's Coming AEW's Dynamite last week, Samoa Joe tapped Eddie Kingston out with the STF and saluted John Cena in his match last Wednesday night. So I thought that was pretty cool. Just on the subject of
I did a little short on it as far as I know.
You do so many, I can't keep up.
I do, yeah. Just press that bell notification button, you'll be grand. Who wants to start with this therapy session? Who wants a Bren?
Yeah, we'll give it a go. Look, come here. The end obviously ruined the entire event. And here's my opinion on it. It's very, very unfortunate that the end was the way it was. Because, no, you said it last week, that if the end goes the way we think it's going to go, which it did go, unfortunately, Obafemi, Sol Ruka, Javon Evans, and Leon Slater, they were on the card. And Leon Slater especially was bloody brilliant. Sol Ruka, absolutely amazing. Your favorite,
and she got the entrance.
Obafemi.
I don't like that entrance.
That entrance needs work big time.
I don't like that entrance.
It's so freaking good.
Look,
it's ridiculous.
It's a tribute to where he comes from. I think it's like an African tribal thing when they do make an entrance or something. As far as I know, it's something to do with where he's from or his
yeah, but it just dissolves his legitimacy as a badass.
It looks like
what it looks like? No, I actually thought it looked like the SpongeBob walk. Hey, whoa, hey, you know that meme?
He sort of, do you know what it is? He kind of floats from King Willie out of Predator 2 to Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, to I don't know. It's just so weird, like, you know.
It's like Rocky Maivia when he first debuted with all the tribal stuff around.
Your references again are unbeaten.
Like he's like his promos are King Willie. You know when King Willie does that promo with Danny Glover and Predator 2? That's Obafemi's. That's his promo work. It's cool, like, you know. And then it's kind of like, then you get this badass coming out, and then you realize it's Kamala, and you're going, oh no.
Nothing wrong with Kamala. I tell you what.
Brad, there's nothing wrong with Kamala in 1988. There's lots wrong with Kamala in 2025. It's like your Wyatt 6. We won't talk about that tonight.
Don't mention the war. Don't mention the war.
Don't.
Look, Noel, it's exactly what I said. It's unfortunate because the undercard was great. The main event sucked. And that's all there is to it. And the main event overshadowed the rest of it.
I ask this too often, and I should really stop asking. Is Kamala alive?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Don't think so.
Lord rest him. Anyway, carry on.
Thanks for bringing that up, Dave.
The 12 versions of Kimchi are, though. Go ahead.
I used to Brooklyn Brawler.
That's basically what I thought of it, Noel. Yeah. Unfortunately, the main event ruined the rest of it, and the rest of it was quality. Yeah. Man of the match is Leon Slater, tied in with Sol Ruka. Phenomenal.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
I'll give my quick thoughts on it before everyone else, because I went through every emotion on Saturday night, and what killed me was, and I shared you all with the video today of that young lad who went to the event and all, and met him backstage, and I'm just there, and I was just looking at this event, and I was thinking, I went through every emotion. He was hugging Kurt Angle, and he was hugging Kevin Owens, and even Sami Zayn when he was hugging him, and the kid there with the headphones and all. And I was just there, and I was going, you can't fucking follow through with this fucking tap out shit if this is the way it's going to be. And then I was on social media yesterday and today, and I'm seeing people posting pictures of themselves getting radiation and chemo treatment, saying, you told us never to give up. and it's fucking cutting me in two.
Jeez,
Like, it's cutting
right.
me in two, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I think of all the Make-A-Wish, all the wishes he's granted, all the kids he's met, all the cancer work he's done down through the years. And this is what kills me. And I've said this since that fucking heel turn at Elimination Chamber. I said this farewell tour is absolute pony, and it's contrived, and it's being force fed down people's necks. And this guy, what killed me about it was this guy is, you know, wrestling is just such a small part of this guy. This guy is godlike levels. This guy has done stuff in the world that's Nobel Peace Prize and everything else you want to mention. And for him to go out this way and to tap out and to smile, and then everyone knows Triple H is my guy. Triple H is one of my all-time favorites. But that fucking smile and grin at the ropes pissed me off. And then that interview afterwards said, "I thought you'd be louder." Someone should have jumped the barrier and choked him out. Like, it was just so frustrating to see it. And like, you know, to see him hugging all those guys and to bring us on that emotion. And when he came out, the way they had set up the guardrails, Brent spoke about it on the watch along, and all the different versions of him flying down through the Titantron and everything and all. And then to come out and jump out of the ring, and you see Kurt there, and Trish and Eve Torres and all these legends, Haku, all these legends there. And, you know, that moment of him hugging Kurt Angle and all. And then afterwards, you see the reaction that happened with Bailey and CM Punk and Liv Morgan, all these people going, fuck's sake. Like, they were devastated over it, you know. And I just thought to myself, you've absolutely thrown this guy under the bus. And then I was thinking, how much of a part did he have to play in it? Did they think from an emotional point of view this was going to see? Like, they had to know the reaction they were going to get from this. They had to know. And I said to Brendan in the shop yesterday, I said, to listen to Leon Slater beforehand, how absolutely over the moon, it was like winning the lottery to him. I'm on the card and on the show where John Cena retires. He probably had to poke himself all week saying he can't believe it. And like, now this whole show, this Saturday night's main event, will only be remembered for that absolute dog shit ending. And that's all I can say about it. And I don't care what people think about what they want to do with Gunther. I don't care anymore about the killer career thing. I don't want to have to watch AJ Styles tap out. I know Brock Lesnar won't if he's any man about himself. And I just really, like, for me, it's just horrific. And it's like, I said it already, this passing of the fucking torch in 2025, I've said it on about 20 shows now, is the biggest load of shite I've ever seen. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work. And we'll see how this fares out with Gunther, because when Solo beat him, he became the hide and seek champion for about 15 months. So let's see what happens now. But I think, and like, the funny thing about it is, he spoke on the Pat McAfee podcast about the fans needing to find the closure that he's finding. I don't know where the closure is in this. I don't know what closure people found in this. I don't know what they got. I really don't. And I just felt so disappointed for everyone in the audience. I felt so disappointed for every boy and girl whose lives he has touched. You know, has made better. I like the wave of it on social media at the moment about people going, "You told us never give up. You told us to never quit." Like, it felt to me, in some respects, at a much deeper and emotional level, but it felt like when Brock Lesnar bet the Undertaker and killed the streak, and I don't care about the streak, and I'm not an Undertaker fan, but you knew immediately straight away they'd made a bollocks of it. And you knew straight away it wasn't going to sit well. That doesn't sit well, and this doesn't sit well. And I've renamed this the Washington Screwjob, because I just think this is Montreal without the contriving. This is just, the company really shit all over him for the last 12 months. And he just sucked it up, because I don't know whether, as he says in interviews, he says, I just rock up and they tell me what to do and I do it because he's a company man. But he had to have more of an input. Because I was saying to Brent the other day in the shop, if this is Jericho, they're told to fuck off. He's not listening to it from a creative point of view. If this is Brock Lesnar, he's not tolerating it. So John Cena surely has the stroke of any of those guys, you know what I mean? And I just felt
even more so.
And the only thing I can figure is the emotion of it all probably got to him as well. And you can see by the way he left the building and how he got out of the ring and ran down and then turned. And you could see it in his mush that it had gone to shit and it hadn't landed the way anyone had sold it to him. And we seen in the Unreal documentary as well how they put together the shit show of the heel run and the Rock and everything else and all, and it just falls apart and nothing. And he said on the McAfee show as well, at least 6 or 8 of the matches in the farewell tour were all pivots, which means they hadn't got a fucking clue what they were doing. And you know what really concerns me? And Brent said it at the top of the year. If you're thinking bringing back Vince McMahon is a better idea, that tells you how bad this has got. You know what I mean? This really tells you how bad this has got. You know what I mean? Because regardless of what you believe and regardless what's true or what's false, if that's the narrative going around, we're in a very dark place at the moment. So that's my 2 pence worth on it. Anyone else take it whatever the way you want. So.
I seen Sean O cry, right? I don't think people realize. I'm not saying that in a jokey way at all, right?
No, you didn't.
The two Seans, right? You could see the emotion in their face watching this guy. This is their hero, right? I don't think Triple H or TKO or any of them in their high tower realized how deep this match cut for not just the fans, but like you said, Niall, people going through cancer treatment and people who are going through the roughest, toughest times in their lives look to this man for a little bit of motivation and a little bit of guidance when he says hustle, loyalty, respect, never give up. And to take that away from, I don't think they realize what they've taken away from people by doing this to them. And that's the worst part of this. The fact that there's people out there on hospital beds, in their rooms, looking for something to cling on to, have had that taken away. This goes much deeper than just a wrestling match for me and for what I can see in the result of this. People be like, oh, it's just television. It's like, no, it's not. There's people who idolize this guy and hang on his every word. And if he gives up, someone out there, I'm really fucking sorry to say, will say, well, I might as well just fucking give up then.
Yeah, and that's the tough thing about this, because as I said already, there's certain people who enter this business and they transcend the business, as we say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. This is not what Austin says. This is not taking a cog out of the wheel and you put another cog in situation.
No,
no one's going to come even close to what this guy meant to not only the business but the WWE universe and those people out there and stuff like that, and to see people suffering a cancer battle at the moment, posting on it that you told us we'd never give up and stuff like that. And you're just there going,
yep,
this is fucking deep. This is deep, you know what I mean? And I was, for about 3 minutes on the watch along the other night, I was absolutely silent. I was welling up and I was in tears looking at the video. And then to see those other two get in the ring and put the fucking 2 belts on them, and I was just there going, fuck off, will you? And then to see the reaction of the other wrestlers in the crowd going, they actually got him to tap out.
Yeah.
You seen
Bailey's reaction was
livid.
Bailey said it all.
No, man.
Bailey was
like, she's close to the guy because she's done lots with him and stuff like that and all, you know what I mean? So it was just kind of like.
And do you know what? This, like, we speak of other people being affected by this. I wouldn't be surprised if this pushed Bailey over the edge and out. I really would not be surprised. It was like she's thinking, if this is what they do to the guy that gave everything, 17-time world champ, what the hell are they going to do to us, the rest of us, who are not even close to that? Like, Bailey's a Hall of Famer. No, absolutely no question.
Look how they finished Kurt Angle.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it, Acers, is no one needs to send an FU to Vince McMahon because he's, his pathway is set. You know what I mean? I mean, eventually you meet your maker for your sins that you create in your life and stuff like that. No, they don't need to send any message to Vince McMahon, and certainly not with John Cena. And they're going to feel it because John Cena is an integral part of it. They signed him up for a 5-year ambassador role and all, and it's just like, where do we go with it now? You know what I mean? Where do we it's not even, you know what I mean? It's hard to see where the credibility goes even as an ambassador now. You know what I mean? Like how does that guy visit a hospital now with people suffering from cancer, go in and tell them never to give up? Like, it's just, you know what I mean? And this is what it meant. This is what I said all along.
Did you see the Make-A-Wish beforehand, Noel? The little kid that you met before and had him run out to the ring. That kid's in the crowd.
I shared it on the group. That kid is in the crowd. And that other kid running up to the barrier about to tear Gunther asunder. You know what I mean? And it was just, and I get it that wrestling stokes our emotions on every level. And I get it that we're so emotionally invested in it and stuff like that and all. But this to me, there was so much on the line at getting this right. And right from the get-go, this farewell tour has been absolutely doomed. Absolutely
Yeah.
doomed. It's just been, and you know, you hear him rattling off about who he wrestled, and like there's a lot of good in there than some of the guys he wrestled and stuff like that. And they tried to do what they needed to do and all, but just at every level, it just fell asunder. You know, we got matches when we shouldn't have got them. There was matches out of step. To listen to him on the podcast trying to justify the Lesnar match, for me, was a real deal breaker. You know what I mean? Because he should have just come on and said, listen, that was a shit show. It was a pivot out of nowhere, and it did what it did. I mean, you could tell the lack of respect he had for that after taking 6 F5s and then getting up and just walking like nothing happened. So that'll tell you the level of respect, you know what I mean? And this is John Cena, Brock Lesnar. This is OVW royalty. OVW royalty coming out of there. You know what I mean? So you could tell, you know what I mean? And it made so much of this tour made no sense whatsoever. And like, I don't know. Everyone else, take it whatever way you want. Go ahead. Just let it all out.
You know
I think.
what?
Oh, sorry, Emma. Go on.
No, Keith, you go on. I insist.
Thanks. I think we need a serious wake-up call. To be quite honest with you, Triple H needs a serious wake-up call because the whole actual John Cena farewell tour was completely shit from the beginning. Like there was nothing really all that great about it. It was all over the place. Now I know we didn't get the likes of the Jerichos and the Edges. It might have made it a bit better if they came into it, but my God, like you know. It's pathetic. I just think Triple H is out of his depth. I really, really think he's seriously out of his depth, and he doesn't know what he's doing half the time anymore. Because he did phenomenal booking back in 2024 with the Bloodline. When we go straight forward a year later to this, like I have no faith in him.
He's running out of ideas. Keith. We had this conversation earlier on. I think he's running out of ideas. And look, Vince's boy Bruce Pritchard is still in there. He's still on his right hand side, and if he can't come up with anything, and he can't,
I have no like actual faith in this guy when it comes to like Jericho, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, CM Punk in the future when it comes to retirements.
Oh,
no, I know they'll have more of a say. Well, they have more of a say, obviously, but like I just still have no faith in them.
But doesn't that sound mad? Those guys will have more of a say than fucking John Cena, who we all regard as the GOAT, like. Yeah. So the GOAT didn't have a say, and these other guys, like Jericho, will parachute in from AEW to get the final legacy on his career and stuff like that. And that guy will have more say creative than what John Cena had. The GOAT of this business on every metric.
Crazy.
Like we're only a couple of months away from WrestleMania. Like I really hope he shapes it up and does something really good with his booking. Because if this is what we're going to be getting, is it worth watching WWE right now? To be quite honest with you.
Well, I think the problem we have as well is there's a huge detachment there from the fans at the moment, and I know we can't go with everything the fans want to go with, because everyone knows if you listen to this podcast, I'm the craziest motherfucker when it comes to booking and creative. Like I come out with stupid shit at times, you know what I mean? Just to entertain myself at times. And
like, a kidnapping.
Yeah, but it was, hey, listen, you would have took it on Saturday night, wouldn't you, if we rolled it back? Who's complaining now? Who doesn't want John Cena kidnapped now? Yeah, you know what I mean. But see, this is the issue. You see, but like that they don't listen now at all. It's like as if they're at the start of nearly an attitude era too, isn't it? Where they're going to go, fuck you to the fans. We'll do whatever we want. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, you can boo and moan about it. We don't really care. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of that kind of shit in the Attitude Era as well, that people with selective memory will tell you how great the Attitude Era was till they're pulling gloves out of people that giving birth to them and all, you know, and things like that and all. And then you realise, yeah, maybe not.
The Attitude Era was full of protests and controversy and you know, the Phil Mushnick era, as I call it.
Yeah, like, but look at what we got. Gunther was trying to go to his bus the other day, and like,
yeah.
They were bone rupturing him. Only for security, the lad would have been tore up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just insane.
Do you know as well, Niall?
Anna, give us your thoughts.
So, obviously, like, I've watched this with my family and stuff, you know, which is great. And to see the upcoming talent, So Ruka, Leon Slayer, Javon Evans, Obafemi, brilliant. And Bailey as well, absolutely brilliant. You know what? And the little segment with R-Truth, The Miz, Joe Hendry, it actually put me in high hopes. I was like, maybe this won't be as bad as I'm thinking. I'm going to be positive. It's his last match. They had a little kind of fun segment here. but I was just disappointed. It was just, it's telling when Triple H comes out at John Cena's retirement tour. The minute he comes out, the whole crowd is booing him. To have cameras pan to people after the match and they're there with tears in their eyes, just shocked, and not in a good way. That's how John Cena left the WWE at his last match, which is so telling. And as everyone said, for years, we've all grown up with never give up or anything. Me and Josh were only saying that when we were younger, if you had a bad day, you'd think, you know what, let's think of John Cena, We've all grown up with wrestling. We'll think John Cena never gives up. I can't imagine how those people feel. The people that are sick, the people that have believed in him for so long, who are so worse off, and that's the thing that they're clinging on to. And I just think right now, Triple H, the smug smile on his face. Oh, you could see CM Punk getting in the ring and the look he gave Triple H. He could he was about to aid him without salt. To be honest,
if you've watched Wrestling with Shadows, you'll remember him in the corridor with Bret Hart's wife. Yep. And he had that smug fucking smiley look on him as well. Yeah. And then you had the other lad in the locker room going, "Oh, my hands are clean." You know what I mean? And then your one was giving it to fucking Animal out of the Road Warriors. Joe, you knew. And Hunter was sitting there. I think he had a pink polo shirt on, a pair of chinos. And he was just sitting there going, and he was in the background just looking up and down the corridor. Couldn't even make eye contact with her. And I just felt the same thing again. And that's why I said this was the Washington screw job. You know what I mean? Except John was in on it and stuff like that. But it was
what did he have? I wonder, I'd love to know if he had that against John Cena. That's my one thing that I wondered after listening to everyone here. Did he have something against John?
He's made billions for the company. I don't know. I wonder was there's a lot of tension on the way with this. I mean, the heel turn, did he want to do it? Did he not want to do it? I know there's talk, and I know you put the narrative out there. Then when he's seeing how it all transpired and the Travis Scott stuff and the Mania shit show and the Rock leaving the building and all that kind of stuff, how did he feel about that? Did he feel hard done by? He mentioned a bunch of the matches on the farewell tour were all pivots, which means the plan went to shit. I don't know.
He's putting that all on John. Then do you think?
I don't know whether he's putting it all on John or what he's trying to do is, well, things didn't go exactly as we thought, so we had to move in certain directions and stuff like that. And you could see it even with the heel turn thing and the Rock going. They devalued the whole heel turn thing by the Rock saying, well, I only showed up because they needed to sell tickets. You know what I mean? Which means no one really gave a shit about the heel turn really in the office, in reality, So maybe they shouldn't have turned him heel at all in reality. And then him coming out we'll talk about it when we go into the award section and stuff like that because he's heavily mentioned and stuff like that. When you go down through the awards, there's a lot in there back and forth, But yeah, it's a real difficult one to take on so many levels. And like I said, and I've said it all along, he was so much more than John Cena, the wrestler. He was just, you know what I mean? He meant everything to everyone, as Dave said, that kid who was there present and he was wearing
like a modern day Hulk Hogan in a sense.
But even more so than that, you know what I mean? Because like even though Hogan was a mega star and a joint global star and everyone knew him and stuff like that and all, he was never at that level of John Cena in terms of what he meant to people in their hearts. Like Hulk Hogan meant so much to us in the wrestling business when we were growing up as kids and all. You know what I mean? But when you think of Cena with the cancer stuff he did and the Make-A-Wish stuff he did and everything else he did outside of the ring, which really transcended everything he did inside the ring. You know what I mean? And it's just it's a tough one to take, and it's gonna take time to. I described it on the watch along. It felt like a death in the family, really. Yeah. It felt like
I felt sorry for the fans, to be honest, which having to pay that.
Yeah, I mean the people who paid front row for that. You spoke of it there, Niall. The transcend the business. When he done SmackDown in Dublin, right? A mate of mine works in the airport in Platinum, and he came through there, and he was bringing, he got his wife to bring his kids in, right? Because he was like, I'll bring my kids in because the kids don't even like wrestling, but they know John Cena. They don't watch wrestling, nothing to do with wrestling, but they know John Cena and they love John Cena. Completely all wrestling aside. And his wife was messaging me going, are you sure it's all right to be like, I don't know what he's going to be like. Are the kids going to be disappointed? And I said, look, it's one of those situations where if you don't go in now, you're never going to get an opportunity again. And he He landed in there and spent 45 minutes talking to every staff member, signing everything they had. My mate's kids, he took them into a private room, one of the rooms, with my mate and his wife sat there, chatted away to them, listened to them, had a laugh with them, and then went on his way to SmackDown. The guy had time for everyone. Now, I know you read the papers and stuff like that, but to draw from that personal experience, where he was obviously coming in, doing it, and getting out of there, because he flew straight out after SmackDown, but he took nearly an hour of his time after just coming off a transatlantic flight or wherever he's flying in from, and gave everyone at least 10 minutes of his time to speak.
Went to Jay Harmatins as well to pull a couple of points.
Exactly.
Did Sheamus a favour.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like the guy gave and gave and gave, and I'll leave it on my opinion on that. He gave and gave and gave, and
Lads,
no one ever gave him anything when it really, really mattered.
Go ahead, Emma.
sorry, lads, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I need to switch devices.
Yeah, no problem. Fire away.
Because I think what you were going to say, Emma, is he should have went to River Bar and not J.R. Mahans.
He should have came
Yeah,
out to Westlife. There we go.
Let's see. Right, we'll park it at that because I don't think there's a whole lot more to add, except we don't want to get too down because this is an upbeat episode and it's one of my favorite episodes of the year. So now we're going to go to the awards section.
yes.
And we're going to have a bit of fun with this. This is your award categories. You would have seen them, I think, on last week's show as well. And I think, I'm not sure if I popped them up during the watch along, maybe I did. But everyone in the chat, we'd like you to get involved in this as well. So these are the categories, and you can drop in. We're going to go category by category. So let us know in the chat who is your pick for this category, and we'll go through ours as well. And Emma will be back with us shortly, don't worry. So we'll kick off. Bren, you kick us off. We'll start with Male Wrestler of the Year.
So this was really hard. The whole thing was hard. We spoke
That's what
about
she
this.
said.
Oh, come on, Dave. Lower
After
it
Bren.
down. So come here. Male Superstar of the Year for me. I think you are all going to predict this. It's Cody Rhodes. For me,
Oh, Jesus. Come on, Brent.
Come on, Brent. Do better.
You
You're
don't like the
Hang on,
Kabuki Warriors.
let me get me
Hang
Julian
on,
Mints in.
wait.
Hold on, carry on.
Wait, hang on. You don't like the Kabuki Warriors. Sean, you love Nikki Bennett. Don't even fucking go there. Dave,
You
you're
can
all
look,
right.
but you can't touch.
Come here. Listen, it's Cody Rhodes because Cody Rhodes was put into the
Yeah,
position.
at least
of
her
taking
miss is
the
not
Kabuki.
boring.
Sorry, did the middle of my sentence interrupt the start of your sentence? Hang tight there. Cody Rhodes, Superstar of the Year, and I'll tell you why. Because he was not thrown in, but he's part of two of the best matches this year, WrestleMania and also SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, and on top of that as well, he's kind of carrying the company through some of the worst booking they've ever done. To me, it's Cody Rhodes, and that's what I'm saying. Now, I apologize, Keith, for my strong language, but you made me do it.
That's okay.
made
That's
me
All
all
right,
right.
man. But what shall we
That's
talk
okay.
about then after that?
He had two of the best matches this year, and we've just gone from a conversation where one swallow doesn't make a summer. That's all right.
No, hang on.
No, that's okay. No, that's okay. I'm just evaluating what you put out there. Keith, Male Wrestler of the Year. Come on, drop it.
Now, Brian, this is what it should have been. Dirty Dom. Not fucking Cody Rhodes.
I do like that, Keith. I do like that, Keith.
It's a good selection. We'll move on because I don't want to spend too long. We don't want
It's
to
a
spend
good
too long on
selection. It's the best selection that you can possibly come up with.
Keith, why are you going with Dirty Dominic Mysterio?
I just think he's been great, to be honest with you. Like, you know, he's having this like internal Eddie gimmick that he's been having, and his matches have been stellar, I thought, you know, and I think it was the right thing to do to have him as the AAA champion and the IC champion. And, you know, I think he's just getting better as we go along, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to be for next year as well. That's just my take on it. That's why I pick for him. He needs to get out of Judgment Day completely. Go away. Please.
Christmas Emma's back.
Go on, Anto.
Sean O, Male Wrestler of the Year.
I mean, gotta go with John Cena just because. And this isn't looking at his retirement tour or any of that crap that happened over the
But you
past
have
few
to, though.
weeks.
Well, if you take the
It's just
retirement tour
overall.
over the whole of 2025, it's empty, isn't it?
Exactly. It's male wrestler of the year, not male wrestler of
all right.
Well, Sean, what's your metric? Because it sounds like you're giving it to him as a constellation prize because he's on the way out. So what's your metric there?
It's like Bullseye, isn't
Shut
it?
up.
Here's what you could have won. Here's what you could have won.
Here's what you could have won. Ta-da! Right, do you know what? I'll change my pick. I'm going to go with Dominic Mysterio, obviously. I got to agree with Keith. His year has been phenomenal. So,
Well, you've just gone and pissed off Anto now.
That's okay.
That's grand. That's
And
my that's my oh my god moment of the year. Keith and Sean like
about
agreeing.
opinions, isn't it? Dave.
For me, it's Adam Page, Hangman Adam Page. For me,
Just when I thought Bren was so upset with Dom, now we've gone to a different level, haven't we? Good man, Dave. Floyd at AEW flag proud. Go on.
Yep.
So Hangman Adam Page, because I was so disappointed in his 2024 title run. I thought he was very, very bland. He wasn't putting much into it. But this year, he's completely flipped on its ear. I thought he was a fantastic champion. Had some of the best feuds of the year with MJF and Samoa Joe. Handled himself. And what I found the difference between 24 and 25 was he put a lot more emotion into this year's promos and his backstage segments. Even his storytelling's improved. So for me, my favorite wrestler to watch this year, my male wrestler of the year is Hangman Adam Page.
Super. Emma.
Okay. I'm going to go with... you know what, lads? I'm not going with CM Punk. Oh, shock horror, am I right? I'm going to go with...
He upset you in the airport as well, did he? He wouldn't sign an autograph.
He boxed me in the face and told me to go away.
There you
So I
go.
was like, okay, fine. No, I'm going to go with Joe Hendry.
Oh, good
Great.
show.
That's a very good show.
I'm going to go...
Nobody's arguing with that one.
He's had a
King of the
great
mid
year.
card.
He's had a great year.
No, do you know what? Nobody's arguing with that one. And I'd even say
Keith Mike.
No,
Joe Hendry.
no, I'm not.
I mean, I think there's a big argument to be made for him based on his
He's just a
meteoric
shit
rise
story.
in the
Don't be
last year.
listening to him.
I thought you
Just
called.
quit saying his name. He might appear.
I thought you
That's why,
called.
I had
that's why Niles disappeared. He's putting up a Joe Hendry picture now. Aren't you?
See, Dave, you say my name and I just appear.
That's gimmick infringement, Noel.
There you go. I just need that blue satin shirt for our Christmas night out, don't I?
And
There you
blonde
go.
hair.
Joe Hendry is a good shout. There you go. There you go, Emma. You have a fan.
Thanks, man.
John's in. Big up, John. John, what are we saying here? Very hard to pick one standout this year, but it's hard to look past Cena or Dirty Dom. Easy to see the argument for both. Hello to you all, by the way, and Merry Christmas. And you, John, thank you for joining us. And big up as well in the chat there as well. A little bit up as well. Our man
Emma,
Kenny
don't
Noble
shake
was
your
in there as
ball
well.
at me.
Happy Christmas, Kenny Noble as well.
Wait a lot.
We'll just bypass it there. I believe.
Stephen as well.
Indeed, yeah, absolutely. I went for Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and the reason I went for Dirty Dominic Mysterio was I think he's had an absolutely outstanding year. I think everything he did this year hit its mark. He didn't disappoint us in any element whatsoever. I think week in, week out on this podcast, we came on and we said he was the outstanding element on the Raw or the SmackDown episode, whatever he was on when we were reviewing it. I think his character work has been outstanding. I think his heel work is outstanding. And I think at a time where we threw a lot of shade at the Judgment Day, he was that guy that stood out and gave us that standard week in, week out, whether it was at AAA, whether it was at WWE, wherever he went, he was a shining light. And by far the most improved wrestler of the year, and by far for me, the absolute heel of the year. And I think for that reason, I think Dominic Mysterio outshone everyone else. And he wasn't even a WWE champion or a world heavyweight champion. So there you go. So that was my pick. So let's move on anyway. Female wrestler of the year. Emma, you kick us off. Female wrestler of the year.
Guys, come on. Who do you think I'm going to say? AJ Lee, female wrestler of the year. Okay, you know what? Come on.
She's had 2 matches.
Hey, it's subjective.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I know.
you're allowed to
Fair
say
enough,
that.
fair
You're allowed
enough,
to
No,
fair enough.
it's actually a good pick. I like that
Fair
one.
enough.
Actually.
Fair enough.
AJ Lee and tied with Becky Lynch because I think her work as a heel has been great.
Been really good.
You're doing way
Great
too
show.
many shows with Bren. You're picking 1, 2, 3, 4
The
options.
White
You know what I mean? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they were
I
all
love
great. You
I love
hedging
White
your
White.
bets. Hedging your bets. Anto's in. He's going with Stephanie for core. I think one person on the panel will definitely agree with you. Anyway, Bren, female wrestler of the year.
To me, Becky Lynch was a great show, Emma, but I'm going to go with Tony Storm. Tony
Great
Storm's
show.
work, I think, has been absolutely
Yes.
untouchable. I think, look, like the women had a great year overall, but Tony Storm, she's just on another level, completely on another level. Her character work, and look, I mean, when it comes to female match of the year, we'll get to that. But Tony Storm and Mariah May was a contender. I incidentally didn't pick that, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. But I can't look past Tony Storm. Character development, in-ring performances, just she's got everything as a character. So for me, Tony Storm.
Great show. Keith.
Tiffany Stratton for me.
Great show as well.
I thought she was stellar holding that title, and she was really good. I thought she had some stellar matches as well throughout the year. I think people got bored of her towards the end because she held it on for too long, but maybe she had to get rid of it because of the injury. But I think she's been badly missed on SmackDown lately, to be quite honest with you. I'd give it to her without a question.
Yeah, it's a great show. We said it all along as well, that and she was mixing it up with some serious talent as well and holding her own. And it could have went south with the Charlotte storyline as well, but it didn't. They recovered it very well. Sean O. Sounds like it's going to be timeless.
Don't be Mercedes.
Yes. No, it's not going to be Mercedes Moné. My second pick was going to be Becky Lynch, and my first is obviously Tony Storm.
Yes.
Obviously,
What a
absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
And hot take, the best thing WWE ever did was release Tony Storm, without a doubt. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the Tony Storm we have today. And I
Couldn't
thank
agree more.
WWE for that. I
Couldn't
thank
agree
them
more.
1,000 times over.
What a man. Sean, I thought that was going to go in a whole different direction. I thought my laptop was about to go smashed off the wall. But well done.
You can look, but you can't
Dave, I get the feeling you're going to be in agreement here as well, probably with me. And
Yeah,
I'm in agreement as well.
Mine was without a shadow of a doubt Tony Storm, and the reason it was because it's not easy for female wrestlers to get to that stage where you do not need a title to be at the top of the ladder. You know what I mean? It's very hard for female wrestlers to get to that point where she's lost the title, but she's still the top female in the company. And the feuds, even teaming, for the tag team tournament has been phenomenal. The Timeless Love Bombs, how entertaining have they been? The promos, the little dances when they come out in their entrance and all. It's been fantastic. So for me, I agree with Sean and Bren. It has to be Tony Storm.
And I'm the same. I went with Tony Storm as well for the simple reason that I think at a time where AEW has had quite a difficult year and a lot of shade thrown at it and stuff like that, very like Dominic, she has been that gold standard in there, week in, week out, event in, event out. And even when they pivoted, even when they changed, as you said, even when they've gone the tag route and stuff like that as well, she is still the absolute beacon of light in there on that show at most of the time and stuff like that. And at a time as well where you have Mercedes Moné in there and all the title belts and everything else, and a difficult, I would say, women's division in there as well at times. I think Tony Storm at times has made it fun and watchable and enjoyable. So hats off Tony Storm for me as well. Male match of the year. Bren, I know where we're going with this.
You do. It was SummerSlam. It was John Cena, Cody Rhodes. It had everything for me. To me, it just stood out. Highlight of the year as far as I'm concerned in terms of matches. I don't even need to qualify that. I think he's all know why.
Yeah, it was certainly the beacon of light on a very poor farewell tour. That's for sure. Yeah, and it was very enjoyable. That bit where he comes up on the platform with Cody on his back and all was so cool. It was a moment.
The most iconic picture, isn't it? Unbelievable.
Yeah, Keith.
I've gone with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn Extreme Rules. Extreme Rules. Elimination Chamber match. I think it's Extreme Rules match. I really enjoyed that match. Those two can work very well together.
Good show. Sean O.
I went with Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble. Thought it was one of the best matches this year.
Nice.
Obviously, when Kevin went through the ladder, that was it'd send shivers down your spine. Brilliant match.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave?
Same as Sean's. Cody, Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble. For me, it just told a story that just was, you couldn't take your eyes off it. It was absolutely phenomenal. But Sean said it all there. I have to agree. It's my match of the year was Cody and Kevin Owens Royal Rumble.
Yeah, absolutely. Great show. Yeah, Anto, I miss Kevin. I think everyone misses Kevin Owens. He's a huge loss. And to see him there the other night with John Cena as well, it just made it more difficult to take. Didn't it? It just made it even worse. Like, you know what I mean? That's the problem. Cena versus AJ Styles is head and shoulders above any other man match this year.
Finish Fest 25.
It's a show. Yeah, it gets in there as well just because of the announcement, wasn't it? The entrance announcement, which was pretty cool for AJ Styles that John Cena slipped her. Like, that was pretty cool. Emma, male match of the year.
I'm going to give some love to one of my favorites, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
brilliant match.
show.
Really good. Very good. And also shout out because Cody and Kevin Owens was also brilliant, and we all just miss Kevin Owens at this rate. So Triple H, if you're listening, you know what to do. Come on.
The Winged Eagle belt as well was brought back. How cool was that?
Yeah.
Is that because you have it on your wall? Yeah, I was going to say.
Damn right.
Not a bad show. Emma, kick us off. Female match of the year.
Ooh. Oh, wait, what? 1 second. Wait, someone else go.
Do you want us to come back to you? Bram, female match of the year, then we'll come back to you. We'll finish.
I went with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky at Evolution 2025. I just thought it was deadly. Unbelievable.
Okay. Keith?
Solid.
I went with Io Sky, Stephanie McClure, WrestlePalooza.
Okay. Sean?
I went with Tony Storm versus Mariah May at Revolution back in May.
Good show.
Yeah, so close.
Great shout. Dave?
Mine was the same as Keith's. Stephanie McClure against Io Sky. I just thought it was a match that, was thrown together because of Naomi, and they really didn't have that much of a build-up. But when it came to the match, I couldn't take my eyes off. I was completely locked and drawn in, and it had everything, the storytelling, the athleticism, and just, it was the pinnacle of the year for looking at it and saying, this is what we want, what I always want the women's wrestling to be. So for me, that was the pinnacle of the year.
Emma?
I'm going to go with Bailey versus Lyra Valkyria.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, shout out Lyra and shout out Bailey. I thought they were brilliant this year, and also one of the best parts of Raw recently, to be honest. I'm really loving the little story here.
You were also hanging out with Katie Harvey recently as well.
Oh yeah, my other female wrestler of the year, my coach Katie.
There we go.
Did she not win a title belt? And was it Belgium she was in? Or
Yeah. Belgium. Shout out.
Right. I went for a match because I didn't expect the winner to come out. I thought she was up against like a wall of politics, I would imagine, and I didn't think she would be able to win. And I was delighted that she did, and I think it got the best reaction at WrestleMania. And I think it was amazing. WrestleMania 41, I went for Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Was an absolute beacon of that event, to be honest. And I thought it was great, and I thought the crowd gave it a great reaction as well. And I don't think anyone expected Io Sky to retain. And she did against stiff competition in Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. And I thought it was amazing. So I just went with that. I thought it was a moment when WWE finally in a situation made the decision and the right person retained and won and everything, So that was my thoughts behind that one. Right. Oh my God, moment of the year. I think a lot of us are going to agree on this anyway. But Bren, you can kick it off. I think there's really only one, I think, anyway. So
yeah.
There's only one.
John Cena turning bad guy, in my opinion, was the oh my God moment of the year.
Yeah, I went with the heel turn as well. Did everyone go heel turn, or did anyone have that?
No,
heel turn. Heel turn for me.
I did a different one.
I did a different one too.
Oh wow.
Go ahead then.
Me and Emma might have to say
difference. One, Sean.
Let's let it. AJ Lee's return.
AJ Lee's return.
But you know what? That's really good. It's because it's not something that we ever thought we'd see.
It wasn't a leak.
It wasn't.
Oh, it
Well,
was a bloody leak, Dave.
come on,
man.
it wasn't a leak. Come on.
Why did you remind me of that? That's even
You're a
worse
leak.
now.
Didn't they put the merch up on the site 3 days before or something?
Yeah.
And had to take it back down and everything, you know.
Yeah.
Right. What the fuck moment of the year?
Heel turn.
Heel turn.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
No.
No.
The what the fuck moment of the year happened on Saturday. The what the fuck moment of the year was when John Cena tapped out to Gunter. That was the what the fuck. Because what the fuck are they doing? What the fuck was that? Bollocks is what it was.
I have a
that
different.
wasn't my one because
That
it
wasn't
wasn't
that
so
mine.
much a WTF moment as it was kind of like you really did it kind of thing. Like it was kind of like this wasn't unexpected. We just knew it would hit the shit can basically like so. Anyone else? Keith, what was your one?
Seth Rollins' fake injury at SummerSlam.
Ooh.
Interesting. Could be an OMG moment as well. Was really really good. Sean, out.
Yeah, mine was Cena's heel turn, was it? For the what the fuck moment?
Yeah,
It's hard
Yeah.
to differentiate
Heel
sometimes,
turn,
isn't it?
yeah.
Like between the two.
Dave.
Mine was Jey Uso winning the title at WrestleMania.
In the manner he won it, but we knew he was gonna do it. But was it more the manner in which he did it?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
more than what the
Yeah.
fuck is this guy tapping?
Yeah, because
out
when
to
he
his
won the
knee?
belt, I didn't sit there in the stadium going, "What the fuck?"
If he
I
had
knew
a
he was going to
pinned
win it.
him, yeah, like if
You're
you had
the
a
league.
pinned him after 3 frog splashes and 17 billion super kicks, I would have understood.
Except fives.
But to destroy everything Gunther's built up over the last 3 years, it's just like what the fuck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Emma.
Is this best booking or what? What the fuck?
No, WTF moment.
Sorry. Oh,
Nice
John
double
Cena-
entendre.
Yeah, John Cena's heel turn. Did you like that one? I'm so back, guys. I'm so back. I'm not sick. I'm so back.
It's that flu hangover still kicking in. Go on.
Yeah.
1, 2, Yoni flu.
John Cena's heel turn, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
My
that.
WTF moment was John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. I just,
Oh.
Fair
Close
show.
second. Close second.
I just like what the fuck, like, and then Cena
Yeah.
getting just walking out after it and all.
Yeah.
I think Lesnar Cena match at WrestlePalooza was definitely the what the fuck moment. Very confusing match in my mind. Spot on, John, 100%. Best booking decision.
There have been few.
And I've already given mine away if you've been listening. But Brian, go ahead.
Giving Dom the IC belt. I think that's the best booking decision that they've made this year because, like that, it's few you get him Superstar of the Year. I just think giving him the IC title, giving it to Cena, taking it back, that was a bit hokey, but he's been brilliant with it. Unbelievable. That's my pick.
Getting it back was one of the moments on the farewell tour, though, wasn't it? With the Liv Morgan moment, I think. I thought that was
Yeah,
good.
actually, yeah.
I thought that was good. Keith, best
Um,
booking decision.
I was talking to Brand about this earlier on. I found it a bit difficult, but then we were chatting about it. I went with Stephanie McCur's one, to be honest with you. I thought she's been stellar. I think the booking for her has been really good. And she's like held the title very well. I know it's been a short one still, but I think it's been stellar from her.
Excellent. Sean, now?
Yeah, I went with Dom winning the IC title.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good one. Dave?
I've got like Keith. I thought about this and it was really, really tough. But then something stood out to me over the course of the year that's been a constant, and I realized that was very rarely, if ever, been bad. It was the booking of Paul Heyman. Full stop. Everything he's been in on screen, at ringside, even if he's been involved in the building up of wrestlers, I just think he's been booked as this slimy, skeevy person that you want to hate.
Shoving
And I just think, like,
kids,
exactly.
the whole lot. Yeah, absolutely.
But I just think when it comes to the best booking decision, like I said, there's been very few. But I just thought that rung out in my head. Hold on a minute. Every time he's on screen, it's gold. Every time he knows exactly what he's doing all the time. And I don't care if he's booking himself or Triple H is booking him or whatever. But I think he's been one of the best booking decisions of the year because without him, that vision is collapsing.
And he's booked very
Emma?
well at WrestleMania as well.
Never even thought of that as a WTF moment. Going with Seth at WrestleMania, that's completely left my head.
And screwing Roman and Punk in the same breath.
Mhm.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Emma, best booking decision?
Best booking decision. My goat finally getting the World Heavyweight Championship.
Which time?
When he got it like properly. Keith, stop, all right?
Right, Keith.
The time when he kept it.
Yeah, when he kept the title.
He just went for the jugular there. He didn't
He
give a
really
fuck.
did. He really did.
Yeah.
John saying Gunther going over saying it was the best booking decision of the year. I think Hoyt's behind the couch for saying love it, John.
Where does John live?
Yeah. I put down for the best booking decision, and I gave it away earlier. Io Sky retaining the title at WrestleMania 41 at a time where she was in there with two absolute legends of the female division and stuff like that. And it would have been so easy to pivot to Rhea or Bianca Belair, but to keep it on Io Sky at a time where people didn't really think that was going to happen, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was a great booking decision, so that's what I went with. Worst booking decision. And surely we're all going to agree on this. This has to be unanimous.
Everything about John Cena.
I've got two.
Well,
Not too far away, but close. Go ahead, Brent.
I would say involving Travis Scott in the main event of WrestleMania was the worst booking decision, not of
Me and
2025, but
Where's Sean?
probably of all
Where's
time.
Sean?
Me and Brent looking after Sean Mack. I had Travis Scott WrestleMania 41.
100%.
I didn't.
Fiend.
What did you have, Dave?
versus Bailey.
I had everything to do with Drew McIntyre in 2025.
Oh,
Interesting.
I just thought this guy was on screen, absolutely smashing it, and for to have a heel champion, there's very few better than him out there, and they just would not go with him no matter what he done, no matter how good he was. Just the booking of Drew McIntyre has been a real disappointment, and just really just rubbed me the wrong way.
We should talk about it next week and kind of have a bit of a breakdown, maybe. I don't know.
family therapy session. Yes.
No, we're doing Christmas presents next week.
Yeah,
Two,
we're doing
two
Christmas
therapy
presents next
sessions
week.
in 1 week. Oh,
Emma, worst booking decision?
Oh, probably. See, this is a bit out there, but not having I think having Randy Orton be one of John Cena's opponents so early on in the tour, I think they should have kind of kept him a bit. I know it's a bit out there, a bit
Good show.
technical, but yeah, probably one of my worst.
I thought you were going to say Becky turning on your girl Lyra so quick.
Oh, stop!
oh yeah.
I thought that was a shoe in for your worst booking decision. There you go, because you were so excited about it when it happened before they turned.
Yeah.
There we go.
Too far, Niall.
Right, lads, pay-per-view PLE of the year. Bram, what'd you go with?
WrestleMania 41 for me.
Best.
Just so much to it. Yeah, I think so. For me personally, yeah.
Wow, that's a take. Keith.
SummerSlam. I thought I had everything, to be honest with you. Shock value, surprise. It's like Brock Lesnar coming back. Good matches.
For 1 period, then gone missing for 6 months.
Yeah. I think had really stellar matches in it as well, to be honest with you. SummerSlam for me.
Sean out.
I didn't give my worst booking decision, so I just want to give that real quick.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Nikki Bella.
No. This is going to be quite personal. Given CM Punk the World Heavyweight title, worst booking decision.
Emma, do you want these addressed?
Then for my best pay-per-view. Then for my best pay-per-view or PLE, I was.
Don't you just gloss over that? No. In the spirit of JU, so roll that shit back, Sean. Hold on a minute.
You are I tell you.
You're in the doghouse.
Some balls on that chap.
We've been over this. I'm evil. Let's move on.
You better hope Emma doesn't bump into you on Grafton Street sometime soon, I tell you.
We know this. I'm evil. I'm the MVP of this year, clearly. Let's move on, folks.
Pay-per-view of the year.
Best pay-per-view or PLE of the year. I was tied for 2. I went with Evolution and Deadline. So I did. I thought they were both brilliant. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Interesting.
Interesting.
Dave?
Full Gear for me. Full Gear was probably my most
Was very
enjoyable
good.
pay-per-view of the year because for the first time in a long time I left going, they could have put more into it. When, like you said on the night, Niall, like we're not normally saying that about AEW pay-per-views lately, but just whatever they did on that night, everything clicked, everything went right. That was my pay-per-view of the year.
Emma?
I'm gonna go with Elimination Chamber. Not with the John Cena thing. I just really enjoyed that. It was a great family night for me as well. We had the whole family there. It was great. Actually, me and my brother are only saying that was probably the best one of the year. So I'm gonna go with Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I went with Elimination Chamber as well, and what I did was I didn't look back on it of what came out of it, but for John Cena's heel turn, I remember at the time I was so excited, and just to see Cody Rhodes getting low blowed was great. And I just thought it was absolutely fantastic at the time, and I remember going to bed that night and I was so excited about it. And I know afterwards it kind of all patted out and fell flat in its face. And I remember even the promo, and we'll talk about it, is coming up. But I remember even the promos afterwards and all were really, really good. And then it kind of fell flat in its face a bit. But I thought Elimination Chamber for me was the one really. It was in Rib Shot. I like that Rib Shot. WrestlePalooza. Yeah, great shout. There's loads of great shouts out there. But I think the excitement at the John Cena heel turn at the time was really, really cool. And we can't take away. We can't look back on it on the fact that The Rock exited the building and didn't follow through, and that the heel turn kind of fell on its sword, really. I think at the time, people were so amazed by it and stuff like that. Rivalry of the year. Emma, you kick us off for Rivalry of the year, because I think me and you might agree on this.
Yeah, I think CM Punk and Seth Rollins, my Rivalry of the year.
Here we go.
Definitely.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Hard to argue with it. Big up, Reggie. Hope you're good, pal. Anyone else have anything different? I had Punk and Rollins because I just thought it was so deep and nasty and personal. And I just thought it was really, really cool. And I just thought it brought another layer out in Seth Rollins. When you think Seth Rollins can't go darker or deeper, he went darker and deeper. And it was really, really cool. And I thought Punk added up as well. It was really, really cool. Anyone else have anything different? Put it in there if you want to jump in. Go ahead, Dave.
I've got Adam Page and MJF. Probably my favorite rivalry of the year. That's so like this summer past. Just like you said with Seth Rollins, just when you think MJF can't go darker, he literally probably went to the absolute brink of what would be considered tolerable and, legal almost. When the stuff that he was doing, I mean, he nearly set Mark Briscoe on fire. He did pour the gasoline over him. He had the lighter right next to him. He pushed the envelope, but just when you think he couldn't get darker, like you said about Seth Rollins, and the way he drew the emotion out of Adam Page, and just it feeds into my best promo / mic work of the year as well. But that would be my rivalry of the year: is Adam Page and MJF culminating in Forbidden Door.
Rib Shot, do you know what I was looking at today? Do you know what popped up on my feed today? Remember when Hunter and Shawn Michaels did that Vince Likes Cock skit? And I'm now looking back at it with different eyes. With really different eyes. Was it actually an Easter egg that they were giving us, or what's the story? I'm not too sure. Yeah, but yeah, definitely look back on it. Sean, who did you agree or disagree? Or
I had 2 or 3, if I'm being honest. I said TKO / WWE versus the fans. I said Triple H versus the fans.
Yes.
And then I went for kind of our podcast one, and I said me versus Britain,
Ooh.
Nice.
That's all right.
I like that.
That's all right. Self-promotion.
What was it like looking up at the lights for most of the year, though? Yeah, Bella love him. Bella.
If only you had to hook the leg. If only you had to hook the leg.
There's an awful glare, Bren. Is it the light in the room, or is it your hair gel? I can't tell.
Roasting session.
That good shiny forehead. That good shiny forehead, yeah. Keith.
Very good.
Rivalry, yeah, I agree with Emma. As it's Seth and Punk. Those two had an amazing rivalry, and especially when Punk won it the first time, and then he saw his expression. I've seen Punk's expression when Seth came out, and it was just brilliant. I hope they continue on when it come back, though.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Bren.
I'm in line with yourself and Emmett.
Good show.
Everything was said that needs to be said.
Yeah. This is going to be an interesting one coming up, folks. Entrance of the year. Brian, kick us
Not
off.
even not even a competition. It was John Cena SummerSlam. It went there. His music hit. Bam! The colors come on. We watched that live, and even the reaction of us all on the watch along, it was phenomenal. The fans were unbelievable. To me, it was John Cena's SummerSlam entrance.
Very good. Keith?
I thought when it said entrance of the year, like who has the best entrance coming out, like that's what I thought. So I just went.
So you went with Jey Uso?
I'd rather poke my eyes out.
4 letters, 1 word. Yeah.
I went with Penta because that's what was having the best entrance.
No. Sorry. Good.
Joe Hendry at Mania. Big shout, John. It was very good. Great to see it as well. Sean.
As controversial as it might be, I said Becky Lynch in Dublin. I thought it was brilliant to see her back in our home country.
Very good show.
Actually, 2 from that night, Becky Lynch and John Cena's entrance in Dublin. Both 2 of my absolute favourites.
As entrance of the year.
Yeah.
Interesting. Dave?
I went down Keith route as well. Kind of whose entrance I've enjoyed most over the course of the year. I went for Drew McIntyre. At the PLEs, the Claymore, the flames, the music, the trench coat, it just works. When he gets up on that turnbuckle at the end and he draws out his arms and everything, and the pyro goes off in the ring on the buckles and stuff. Same as Keith, I thought you meant who had the entrance of the year as in the best entrance kind of over the course of the year, but I went with Drew McIntyre for that one.
Yeah, great show. I loved when they used the old music as well and stuff. It's pretty cool at times. Big up, Dino. Hope you're good. Entrance of the year was Rollins coming out on the crutches to cash in. Dropping the crutches to show was all the work. Yeah, not a bad show. Emma?
No, because I sound like a parrot. I'm repeating who I think is this best thing. But you know what? Live in color, WrestleMania. Neon lights. No.
To be fair, it's a great show.
Yeah, it's not a bad show. But I would counter your one with another WrestleMania 41 entrance. And a man who hasn't got a lot of praise this year and has been vilified at times. But I thought Damian Priest's entrance with Kerry King Slayer at WrestleMania was amazing. Absolutely the entrance of the weekend without a shadow of a doubt. It was just so good. And both those entrances, him and Drew McIntyre, set up that match beautifully as well. But I thought Damian Priest's entrance with Kerry King was just awesome. Got me going at WrestleMania. Dino will even tell you we were up for that big time. So that was my one. One you probably wouldn't have thought I would pick, but there you go. Best promo mic work of the year. Bren, let's go.
The best promo of the year was Cody Rhodes the week before War Games. It was just phenomenal.
You're fired.
Now, hang on. But the best mic work of the year, to me, it's not a competition. It's
there you
Tony
go.
Storm.
Damian Priest Mania. Being there, that was amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Brent. Sorry.
It's Tony Storm. Best mic work of the year. She's been absolutely electric on the mic every time she gets it. But promo, what I did was I isolated a promo and I looked at the promo.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need a promo. Yeah. We need a promo for this.
Yeah. So there you go.
Okay. Keith?
I went with Braun Breaker a few weeks ago when he went nuts on the mic. The CM Punk, I thought that was brilliant. I think that was his standout, being the main guy. He needed something like that, I think, to make sure he's the standout guy for the future.
Okay. Sean?
I was stuck between 2 here, so I was stuck between Tony Storm and Mariah May. Because if anyone's seen Mariah May's backstage promos, they were always phenomenal. They were on the same level as Tony Storm. So I think it's a fair tie with this one, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Dave?
I've actually sent you the promo because I need to just remind myself of what it was. MJF's promo to Hangman Page and Mark Briscoe before Forbidden Door was 27th of August. And just that promo, I sent it to Keith earlier and, just
it's very good.
On me pick. And my God, just the guy cannot do a bad promo. Just absolutely. And that was one of the ones where he put every little bit of emotion every bit of blood, sweat, and tears into the promo. It was just my favorite of the year. It was unbelievable. MJF.
Cool. Emma?
My best promo of the year was AJ Lee's return, her promo after her return. I thought that was very impactful. And then best mic work, I'm going to go with one that stood out for me was Becky Lynch when she was in Dublin as well. Really like
Sure.
that. Yeah.
For me this year, there's been a number of really good promos from some really talented people. But there's one that sticks out because I was quite nervous at the time as to how it would go. And I'll take you all the way back to Brussels. John Cena's first heel promo in Brussels was absolutely outstanding. He had the whole crowd in tears. He took that kid apart with all the gear on him. It was amazing. And it was an unbelievable promo. And you know something? It left me very excited about John Cena's heel run to my despair. But that first heel promo in Brussels, if you remember it, and that Brussels crowd and everything. And I was thinking, this could come out. I don't know how this is going to go down. And he absolutely knocked it out of the park. So for me, it was John Cena's first heel promo in Belgium and Brussels was outstanding. Breakout star of the year, Bren.
Braun Breaker.
Now, Bren, go to you. Not Bren, actually. Go ahead.
Yes. Can't wait to
Braun
tell my
Breaker.
family about that. Braun Breaker, hands down. And look, he's the future of not just 2026, but the rest of the business. Me, breakout star of the year, hands down, Braun Breaker.
Jam in the corner.
Cool.
Right in there.
Keith?
Braun Breaker. I think he's come leaps and bounds with his mic work, and you can see Paul Heyman's helped him out severely, like a lot, with the mic work, and I just think he's been phenomenal this year.
So, Anto, this is why I love you, Anto. This is why I love you. Because that's how I have Penta in mine as breakout star of the year. I just think he has been different gravy. Different gravy. Sol Ruck is a shout, John. Is a shout without a doubt, Sol Ruck. I'm not too sure how I felt about Becky in Dublin, to be honest. Yeah, absolutely. It was kind of a pivot, as they say. Let's go. Sean O, breakout star of the year.
Soul worker, without a doubt.
Okay. Dave?
The youngest in charge, Leon Slater, from FFPW to NXT in the space of just over a year. It's outstanding to see how far this lad's come from Rev Pro and OTT and FFPW to literally NXT. Well, he still holds a TNA X Division Championship as well. I've seen him win that title as well. The chap is only 21 years of age.
Wow.
By far, my breakout star of the year has to be Leon Slater.
Interesting. Big up Stone Cold. Thanks for joining us. Hell yeah.
Oh, deadly.
Stone Cold's here. Holy shit.
Oh, careful.
We're on the map here.
There we go. We'll leave him to it. Emma?
I'm going to go with Leon Slater as well.
Good show.
Yeah.
Has Leon Slater had a bigger breakout year than Joe Hendry?
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
without doubt.
Randy Orton's opponent worked with John Cena, Saturday Night Main Event, got a WWE contract, went from TNA. I mean, do you know what? For me, it's a balance, right? It's hard to argue. You could argue either or.
Oh, Leon Slater's a great show. Leon Slater's great.
You know, it is, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But for me, I think for me, Penta has just been incredible, really, I think.
I can't wait till he teams up with Ray Fenix as well. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Oh,
one to watch. Bren.
The one to watch, I'm gonna sound like I'm repeating myself, is Dom Mysterio. He's the one to watch. He's the one to continue watching. Or do you know what? Actually, I'm gonna change it. Javon Evans or Leon Slater. They're just different gravy. So they're the ones to watch for me. I know I picked two, but I'm the guy that brings in all the cheers, as in a few weeks ago. You have to be there. I guess that fell flat in his face.
Yeah. Keith?
I've gone with one that I don't know if a lot of people are going to pick this, but I've gone with Roxanne Perez. I think she's going to have a stellar year next year. I think she's going to be a champ at some point. If it's going to be IC champ or if it's going to be an actual women's champ, but she's going to have a stellar year, I think.
Okay. Sean, now?
If it's all right, I went with the men's and women's. For the men, I went for none other than Leon Slater. And for the women, I went for Kendall Gray in NXT. She is absolutely phenomenal and definitely a future NXT Women's Champion and future Women's World Champion, without a doubt.
2 to watch, yeah?
2 to watch.
Yeah. Dave?
I've gone with the man himself, Obafemi. I think if this guy gets the main roster call out, there's no ceiling for him. If he can make sure he works on his promos, he's got the look, the size. If they make a heel out of him, oh my God, he's going to be everything they wished almost was.
Wow.
Interesting. Emma, 1 to watch?
I'm going to go male and female. Male, I don't know if anyone kind of agrees, but they need to put more the Rocket when he comes back, Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
I miss him. And
Good
then
shout.
female, I'm going to go with Lash Legends.
That's cool. I just went with 1, and I think he's going to be US champion in the near future as well. And I'm going to go with 1 Carmelo Hayes. I think he's going to have a stellar 2026.
He's had a rough 2025, but I think he's come out the other side of it looking really well.
Definitely. Absolutely.
Look what John said. That's
He's had a
interesting.
rough 2 or 3 years.
But 1 to watch
What?
for 2026, Jelly Roll. He's definitely going to have another match. Yeah, but the thing is, he's going to come back and he ain't going to look like Jelly Roll. He's just going to look like Roll.
Jelly.
The jelly's gone.
I was trying to say jelly, yeah.
Roll.
There ain't no rolls anymore.
Just roll.
Right, Pro Wrestling Weekly MVP, and that doesn't mean us as a panel. This
I did
means-
wonder. I did
Yeah,
wonder
this-
what
this
because
is actually
I had someone.
who is
I was gonna
your
say me.
most valuable? Who do you think is going to be the most valuable wrestler, or who was the most valuable wrestler this year?
You talking merch?
No,
You
I'm just
talking-
talking MVP. I'm just talking MVP. I didn't categorize it.
John
Dom
Cena.
Mysterio / Dragunov.
What?
The MVP.
John Cena.
So I'm looking at consistency, right?
Damn.
Every single week we say Dragunov is the consistent MVP of SmackDown. Every
I
single
don't-
week we say Dom is the consistent MVP of Raw.
Okay.
You say that.
Okay. Yeah.
No, am I wrong?
He represents all of us, Sean.
He does. He does. He does.
It is Pro Wrestling Weekly.
How unparliamentary of me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, going into business for yourself again there.
Go back
yeah.
to the commons, Sean.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Jumping off that.
So sorry.
Did I take up that wrong, Niall? Did I
Sushi
take it up
roll.
wrong or something?
Gluten-free roll, sushi roll. It'll make an exception for TNA and NXT. Bren and Emma on the SmackDown Saturday. Anta, you're just Anta, how much are you getting paid off these? Come on.
Shill.
30
Shill,
Dom
man.
MVP. My MVP was Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker has been extremely important to WWE this year, and I put him in because I didn't have him in a whole lot of other categories, so I put him in for MVP. Then that just Emma, you gave us yours, did you? MVP?
MVP, Braun Breaker.
Cool. Podcast moment of the year.
Oh,
And
this
there's
is
really
this
only
is
2 in this category.
This is it.
Dave, you should
Look,
log
it's-
off
it's-
right now. Lads,
it's-
tell us
it's-
what you
it's-
think the podcast moment of the year was.
I'm going to give it to a man that's not even here with us. I'm going to give it to Dave's dad. He's not even here. But that man walks away with the award all day long, twice on a Sunday. And to him, I salute him.
I wasn't
I'm not
saluting
messing.
that night. That's for fucking sure.
There we go.
And I hope you don't take offense to that. I'm genuinely. Like, I just thought it was just, wow.
Keith, I hope you didn't tiptoe around this now. I know you're very good friends with Dave and all, so I hope you didn't tiptoe around this.
No,
Who
I
did
went
you put in?
lower doing the bonsai drop, to be quite honest with
Yeah,
you.
he had a great show. He had a great show. When we were doing the
Oh my
one
God.
fell off the chair. Great.
Keith,
He said that
Keith's
to me, I was like,
moment
you
on the
legend.
couch as well. The shock on Keith's face.
Actually, yeah.
everyone was waiting for Keith to shout out their comments and stuff like that. And Keith was like, it just went on pause. What just happened?
It was like Chris Kamara not seeing the penalty. What?
For about 2 minutes, Dave was in the background hustling to make sure she was okay. And Keith's on the couch going, are you all right? He didn't even move. He didn't even flinch. It was brilliant. Sean O?
Well, obviously, I have that.
Sean. You know what it is, Sean.
I have two, right? I have podcast moment of the year in brackets, Dave's dad putting him in the doghouse. And then for my second one, I've got Mr. Ready for this, folks? Are we ready?
Go on.
Frankie Kazarian, fuck off.
So you gave yourself the award, basically.
Of course I did.
God.
Did we expect
you egomaniac?
Who's the MVP, folks? Sean. Oh,
when you show up.
Boo.
When you show up.
I haven't seen you in 3 weeks. I haven't seen you in a month.
He was on to watch along the other night. He was just very quick because he was an
Hang on,
emotional
Sean.
guy.
I'll get you some ointment for that bun, yeah.
Anto, you know the funny thing about this? I'm shameless. I'm shameless about it. I'm shameless. I hate getting out of the show in the morning.
Niall is a pure capitalist. Buy my merch.
What does Heath Slater say? I got kids. You know what I mean? I got kids.
Yeah, we spoke about that merch you got in the other day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Emma, podcast moment of the year.
You know what? Joining you guys. How nice. Coming on.
I mean, that's lovely.
Look at that.
That is not a kick to the kidneys. That's actually really nice.
Yeah.
Emma, you're an absolute sweetheart. Thank you very much. My podcast moment of the year was Dave's dad's head loss. It was outstanding, and the fact that Dave didn't even pause it or change the camera or anything like that. And I thought we were gonna get a family feud on screen. It was awesome.
And by the way, in the chat, if you want to go back and watch it, it is actually on the podcast on YouTube, ready to rewatch that. If you want to go back and check
that's my morning ritual. Just watching that screen go black.
I had to watch it after John Cena's loss. I needed a bit of happiness.
No, so that was pretty. That was pretty.
Don't worry, Dave. All the lads at work got a great laugh out of it.
I'm delighted. Spread the cheer.
It was brilliant.
Spread the cheer.
Right, brilliant stuff, folks, and well done. I have to say, it's been an absolute stellar year. We've had a lot of fun, but don't forget, next week, folks, on the show, we're gonna have quite a fun Christmassy type show, and we're gonna go with. We want to know your top 5 wrestling Christmas presents that you received throughout your life as a kid or an adult or a big kid or whatever you want to call it. And we'll have a bit of fun on the show next week as well. We won't be too serious. We'll try and ease the pain of Saturday night's main event as it goes into the background. And maybe John Cena's right. Maybe we will forget about him by the time we get to the Rumble. The way things are going, you know.
If you want your John Cena t-shirts for Christmas, don't forget, visit Wrestling Mania.
Thank God.
Look at this. Look at it.
I might be on next week. I might be on next week.
Oh, Jesus. Will you be joining us?
Because as Bray says, I don't show up very often.
Shut up. This is Wrestling Mania. Look at this.
Get the video to 100 likes and I'll do Tugonomics live.
There we go. Another brand going on a mad one. It's always enjoyable. Absolutely. Sorry. Sorry, Emma. You're stuck with us now. Get yourself ready for 2026. The bad guy is coming. He really, really is. There we go. And John is in. John, thanks for the entertainment, lads and lady. Have a great Christmas. You too, John. We'll catch you next week before Christmas, though. Don't worry. Yeah. We want to know, John, your gifts that you got and stuff like that. Let the countdown begin. Absolutely right. A little bit of history and then we're out of here, right? 1997, Vince McMahon cut a pre-tape promo on Monday Night Raw that announced WWE would be changing creative direction. It sounds familiar from the other night, doesn't it? From clear-cut good guys and bad guys, and will be shown more attitude, or more accurately, more attitude. This show also saw the debut of the iconic new Scratch logo. 2013, after a long contracting pass, AJ Styles left TNA Wrestling after 11 years. Absolute shameful from TNA that it happened. He had been with the company since its inception in 2002. 2014, the 800th episode of WWE SmackDown took place in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Can't get away from Grand Rapids this year, should we? Can't. The main event saw Dolph Ziggler retain the Intercontinental Championship against Seth Rollins. 2015, for the first time, and you're going to love this, for the first time, NXT TakeOver happened outside of the USA when NXT TakeOver London took place at the SSE Wembley Arena in London, England. The main event saw Finn Balor defeat Samoa Joe to retain his NXT World Championship. And of course, we got Jack the Ripper Demon. It was amazing. 2012, WWE Raw saw their year's Slammy Awards presentation. John Cena was named Superstar of the Year, with Ryback winning the Newcomer of the Year award. Little did they know. Wow. This was also the event on which Big E made his main roster WWE debut.
Big E Langston.
Here we go. 1995, mere days after being let go by WWE, Medusa Alundra Blaze made her return to WCW Monday Nitro. And of course, we know the belt in the bin incident has been a talking point for years ever since. And potentially maybe the incident that scared Vince McMahon into the Montreal Screwjob. Who knows? 2004, WWE taped their Tribute to the Troops special at Camp Speecher in Tikrit, Iraq. The main event saw Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio defeat Kurt Angle and one Luther Reigns. If ever a man looked like a military guy, it was Luther Reigns, didn't he, with that flat up? 1999, WCW Starrcade took place at the MCI Center in Washington, D.C. The main event is most remembered as being the match that led to the end of Bret Hart's career. Of course, the kick from Bill Goldberg to Bret Hart and the concussion and everything else happened. Very, very sad. 2012, the long-term publisher of WWE's video games, THQ, filed for bankruptcy. Take-Two will take over the WWE license and release their first title, WWE 2K13, the following year. That's your news, your history. Notable birthdays: 1983, Rene Dupree. 1977, Elix Skipper. 1975, one Eugene, Nick Dinsmore. 1975, the woman who was rolling it back way more than Jey Uso, one Trish Stratus. 1970, Mr. Monday Night, Mr. Saturday Night the other night, Rob Van Dam. Looked really, really well, I have to say. And of course, 1964, you would have to round out notable birthdays in this year with the rattlesnake himself. What? Stone Cold Steve Austin. They're your notable birthdays for this week, folks. Hope you enjoyed the show. We will be back next Tuesday. Don't forget, we want to know your Christmas wrestling presents. What you got? What are the ones that stand out? Give us 4 or 5 examples. We would really appreciate it. Big up to everyone on the panel. Love doing the award show. It's one of my favorite shows in the year. Great show. Big up, respect. Sharon, SmackDown in Florida has to be the best Christmas present ever. Hey, who would argue? Who would argue? Great job, lads and lass. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Nothing but love. Folks, if you could subscribe to the channel on the way out, hit the bell notification button, but most importantly, that like and that share and everything else. Folks, it's been a pleasure.
Like it.
Yeah, like it. Yeah.
Dave, stop.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, folks. Talk to you again real soon.